Hey guys, how are you all doing? Just thought I'd come out for a bit of a ride this afternoon and do a cycling vlog. I haven't done one for a while. Thought I'd have a bit of a chat, let everyone know what's happening in the world of the old bum. So first up is, well, the good news for me is that come the end of March, beginning of April, I've decided to give up work. I'm going to move into an early retirement. There's a few things that have helped me make that decision. I'll get into them one day. But as you know, I haven't long finished a bike packing trip to Brisbane, and so enjoying that so much after being off the bike for so long, I've decided to give up work, and around the middle of April, end of April, I hope to be heading off on a new trip. I won't be bike packing for a week this time. I'll be gone for at least a couple of months, depending on how well I go and how many kilometres I get done a day. So the plan is to load up the Kona, leave Bundaberg, head off out west to Kingaroy. It's like a magnet, that place. I always seem to end up there. But no, it's one reason I want to go out that way is because I want to go up and over the Bunya Mountains, which is something I've always wanted to do. And from there I'm going to head down through Oakey, the Darling Downs, Warwick, Stanthorpe, through the Granite Belt, onto the New England, and then I plan to head down the Old Grafton Road, which is what I wanted to do in November of 2017. As most of you are aware, I got beaten by the storms then and had to train at home. Instead of this time going from Grafton to Glen Innes, I'll be heading down from Glen Innes to Grafton. So I'm going to head down, like I said, the New England, Old Grafton Road into Grafton, and then I'm going to follow the coast road down to a little town where I did the majority of my growing up, a little township on the mid-north coast of New South Wales called Wingham. So I'm going to spend a few days there and catch up with some friends. And then from there I'm going to head down the back way into Bulahdelah, back onto the coast road and down through the coastal route, Newcastle, Swansea, and into the central coast. And once at Gosford I'm going to jump on the train and head down through Sydney. I'll hopefully get a chance to catch up with a mate in Sydney. If not, I'll get down to the south side and then I'll continue the trip down the coast road through Wollongong, Kiama, and keep heading down the far south coast of New South Wales. Once I get down through Bermagui and the Bega area, I then plan to head up over the Snowy Mountains and across into Jindabyne, follow the Alpine Way up and around onto the Murray Valley Highway, and then follow the Murray River up to Mildura, where I'll get a chance to visit one of my favourite breweries. Yeah, so once in Mildura, I'll I'll spend a couple of days there just having a look around and get ready for the trip home. Now the trip home, I have plan A, B and C. Plan A is to leave Mildura and head straight up to Cobar. Then I think out up towards Burke, across the Lightning Ridge and home, up by the Mitchell Highway and across, I don't know, probably from around Roma somewhere. Plan B is very similar, whereas I would head from Mildura, head up through Menindee, Wilkenia and follow the Darling River across to Burke, which would be an awesome way to go. And so guys, plan C is probably the longest. It'll probably add about an extra 1,000 kilometres onto the trip. And it'll probably take an extra fortnight to get done. And that is to head across from Mildura to Port Augusta, and then from Port Augusta head up through the Flinders Ranges onto the Strzelecki track, across the Cameron Corner, and then back home through central Queensland. That's the one I really want to do. Whether I can get it done or not, I don't know. So depending on which way I go, I'm looking at somewhere between 4,000 and 5,500 k's total in the trip. I'll wait for plan A, B or C once I get to Mildura and work out how I feel. By then I should be pretty well used to riding a bike daily and setting up a tent, so I don't think it should worry me too much. And plus, if I want to go through the Flinders Ranges, that time of year will be perfect for it. It'll be cool, have southerlies at the back, and the only thing that concerns me with that way is water, and I'm just doing research on it at the moment. If I can find places where I can have plentiful access to water, I'm gone. So that's the trip, and I'm really looking forward to it, guys. I can't wait. I've got a few things to purchase. I want to get a new two-man hiking tent. The little outdoor expedition Falconet 1800 that I've been using for a couple of years is a good tent, but the problem is I found it a little bit restrictive, maybe because of the weight gain that I've put on, but I've just found it was a little bit lacking on width, and so I thought if I go a two-man hiking tent, I'll just have that little bit extra room to spread out. And yeah, so I'm looking at a little what's it called, Explore Planet Earth Spartan 2. It's got pretty good specs. It's not much heavier than my little one-man tent. So there's a few options out there that I'll look at. I've also got to get a new solar panel. My little 5-watt homemade jobby probably really isn't going to cut it for this trip. So I will be looking, I was originally looking at a Gold Zero 14, Nomad 14, but a friend via social media let me know about, what's it called, an Anchor 21 watt, and they look pretty good. So and they're a bit cheaper than the Gold Zero, so I'm really keen to look at that further. I just want to say thank you to a bunch of new subscribers that have come onto the channel. I really appreciate you subscribing, and of course the guys that have been there since the beginning, mate, you're legends. Thank you for your comments, thank you for your likes, and thank you for your feedback. I really appreciate it, guys. Well, anyway, I'm going to head home. It's time for a a beer and to sit back and relax a bit. And until next time, cheers guys, ride safe out there, eh?